Hey, y'all, I am back with another one. I titled this one The Dream. I just got from the dream. So I'm bringing it into the physical realm because it was loud. It was allowed to be. Okay, let me start off with the first part of my dream. I don't know why I be dreaming in segments and stuff, but I'm going to try to remember it as close as I can. In the dream, this was one of the weirdest dreams I've had. I ain't going to lie. I was able to fly in this dream. I was a flying priest. And in this dream, I didn't need no damn broomstick. I was able to fly with the coordinates of the wind. Like if the wind moving in a certain coordinates, I just had to do my legs and arms a certain type of way and and like hop up and the wind would pick me up under my arms. And it'd lift me and it would carry me at a fast speed of gravity to where I wanted to go. So, in the dream, I had dreamed that it was two girls and their parents, their mother. And now that I think about it, because I had recorded it about the dream, but I said, nah, since more information is coming, why not I start the dream over with this video. Same background and all that, same title, everything. So after the dream, in the dream, I'm flying, I'm in this church. How I get in here, I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. But before the church part happened, I know what did happen. I was sitting in the living room with one of my homegirls, one of my best friends, and they too was a shaman. But her family, they was Christians, like religious, and they didn't know it. So I think I almost gave up their secret some kind of way because her mama was sitting in the dining room, and it was like an old dining room. And surprisingly, they house, the living room was like the color of this picture, but it was like a softer pedestal yellow. An older model house at that, because the chairs had plastic on it. I swear I went back in the 70s on this dream. And so after that, she was sitting down and her sister kept looking at me. Her sister had to be like 21, 22, but I could feel that she was one of them sisters that was sassy. You know, you had them sassy people in your family. Miss Know-It-All, you know what I'm saying? And if they're wrong, they won't tell you. But anyhow, we were sitting talking about mythological things. And everybody was sitting in a huddle. And she was sitting on the couch with her sister, who was a sorcerer. And her mama was sitting in the back in the living room at the table, in the dining area. We was in the living room. I was sitting on the other part of the couch. I think her and her sister was sitting on the love seat or the couch. I was sitting on a separate chair. So they faced one way, I'm faced another way, but I could see them. Everybody could see each other because we all in the same living room. So anyhow, her sister was like, some. And then I brought up, I said, well, I believe that psychedelics is going to heal the world. I believe it give you insight. And something happened. And she said, well, I could already think like that with my mind. I said, yeah, you could think like that with your mind, but psychedelics, especially the mushrooms, it expands your mind. I said, see, it takes away your ego, and you have a lot of that in you. And then I winded up in the church. Boom. Now I'm in the church. Some kind of way they got my phone. I don't know if I gave it to them or what. They looking at it. It got some kind of information in it. I'm looking for somebody. I think I gave them that phone to ask them, did they see them girls in the church? Because the church was so big. I could see all these people in the church. I could see the pastor. I could see the congregation in this church. It went round in the whole 360. The chairs in the church went around in a circle. And the pastor stood in the middle. real talk. So they were trying to distract me some kind of way. And what I would like to explain the chairs are how you would be if you was in a football stadium. Just the way a football stadium is, and the pastor was in the middle. And I was there to save two girls. They was very special. And I came from another planet, what I believe. And I somehow infiltrated, got in the church, got the people on my team. And it was this old lady. While I was sitting down, she just come to me, big fat old lady with a curly perm. They call them Jerry curls or X curls down here in Florida. She had, I never forget in the drink, she was kind of heavy set, kind of favored like a Medea, had a curly perm. And she was trying to do my hair, right? My hair was a little longer, but it was still like in a small fro. And she was trying to do my hair when, in my dream, when she was trying to do my hair, she was like, damn, why I'm not making her mad? Because she was actually pulling the hell out of my hair. You know how you have a child or anybody, because it goes beyond being a child. Some people are tender-headed. Some people can't stand the touch of somebody touching their hair, and that's okay. But I'm not that way. Sorry, I'm not tenderheaded. I could sit in the salon and they could do whatever they could do. I've had a person apart. My damn hair's so tight. You probably was able to read my thoughts, but I never let that person put their hands in my head ever, 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 ever again. But anyhow, I felt when she grabbed the left side of my hair, she parted it. It's like she gripped it like she was finna put a plait of crochet hair in it, a human hair, but no, she was twisting like she was trying to make me mad or something, but it didn't work. I was too powerful for them in the church. Like, I was a translucent being, and they were physical beings in the church. This real now. So once I find the girl some kind of way, I tell their mama realize who I am. So we dip up out of there. We run. I get them out. So we come out the building, and I be damn up out the building, up under it. It's like a mound. To other people, it would look like a mound, but it's not a mound. It's a church up in there. And when you run out, it's like grass covering, and then it's one long road, like one long ass road. And on the other side, like other road, there's a highway. When you come out, it's a big highway. Then on the other side, it's like a small bridge, and it's filled with water. But I'm able to fly, so I'm able to get away. So somebody chasing me, and I'm showing the parents, okay, I got you out. Y'all could do the rest. So I had to fly off. Bam. I fly off. I fly off to where I live at. I don't know. Probably going to visit somebody, I don't know, but I know in this complex, it was the same damn way. In the complex, it was tall buildings, and they all came around. And in the middle of the building, it was this man. He was, at first he was standing, and then some kind of way he got taller, and he was on some cars, and he was looking at me. And I could feel, he was like, damn, I heard rumors about you, like I was a legend, like people told stories about me, right? He was like, I wonder could she fly? I'm like literally able to read his thoughts. So I took off in front of him. I flew. He like, damn, she can fly. So I'm flying my ass off in the dream. The L taking me where I need to go. So now, I'm in some kind of building where they doing an auction or something. I don't know. But this will get funny. I don't know. I think I probably was still in the church, and somebody grabbed my phone, tried to hide it from me anyhow. But it was a lesbian in there, right? No offense to the gays and the lesbians. Trust me. This is just the dream, not to be taken literally. So the lady, I could sense she mad because her guests, they are interested in who I am. See, she thinking with the physical part, but her partner was thinking of me with the spiritual part. because they have heard rumors about me. And she said something. She like, man, fuck her. Something like that. And I said, I'm here to save y'all. I'm here to help. She said something. I said, man, shut your old bull dagger ass up. I called her old bull dagger. Oh, gosh. Hey, man, I don't even use that term. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to stoop that low. So I know that was definitely a dream, calling somebody that derogatory name. I called her. I said, man, shut your ass up, you old bull dagger. And she looked at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, bitch, I know you a bull dagger. Because she was trying to hide it. She was trying to hide the fact that she was a lesbian. And I was able to sense who she was. And she shut up. But anyhow, I fly out of there. I'm in Peru. I could go anywhere in my dreams. Like in this dream, I was able to fly anywhere. Only thing had to be enough wind. So I'm in the restaurant. I'm in there looking for somebody. I don't know who it was. I could tell this is Peru because it was Peruvian food. I could just sense the people was some kind of spiritual people. And it was two men, once again. They looking at me. I could see they like at the bar part of the restaurant. And in the middle, you got the chairs where the diners could sit. And when you come in the door, right there by the door, it's a mirror. You got the DJ where the DJ play. They got the whole side dedicated to the DJ part. So I walk in there, I look around. In some kind of way, I sense that somebody is after me. So the men, they eyed me like, okay, we know you, you know what I'm saying? So I leave out. As I'm leaving out, I'm flying fast. I see this dog. I fly right past the dog. But before I leave the dream, I wonder, did I talk about the part where I saw the guy in the building, and it was shaped just like four buildings. You put them all in. Okay, you know how you could shape up, stand you up four cards, put them together, make them all stand up, or four dominoes, put them north, east, south, and west. That's how the buildings was made, real talk. And in the church, it was oval, and the pastor was able to stand in the middle. But that apartment building, it was the same way, but it was high-rise buildings. So he get on the car, he take a look at me. And I come out. First, I go in my building. I live there. And it's a spooky building because it got artwork heads on the wall and shit. And then it had a feeder. I don't know if it was a feeder for a cat, but anyhow, it had a big-ass dinosaur in the middle of it. Not dinosaur, but a hippopotamus. So I know in the dream, damn, this hippopotamus will bite me. So I go around the hippopotamus. And I turn into a two-dimensional figure. So I'm able to get past the two-dimension. I'm able to get past this hippo. And now it's another part of the dream. So I'm at my homegirl house. We in her living room. We all talking, some sitting on the floor, some sitting on the couch. Her mama sitting in the living room. Not in the living room, but in the dining room. At the dining room table, I could see the wood up under the dining room table sheet that she put over the table. And she had plastic. And she had like the little cup holders and stuff like that. And her daughters in the living room, you could see the living room. It had a fluffy couch. Her living room was like the color of the screen, but it was like a soft pedestal yellow. The couch had plastic on it, and it actually matched her fucking walls. I knew this dream had to be in the 70s because how they all was sitting up in the house. And I was sitting in a separate chair, but you had some heard on the floor. They was telling stories. And the person in that dream was my homegirl, also a shaman. She kind of looked like what would I say? If you saw her, you would think that she was Chinese mixed with a little bit of Cherokee Indian. And she knew the ways of the eagle, how the eagle fly. And she was telling her sisters. But see, her mama then was Christian. But they knew they came from indigenous tribe. She found out about it. She went to go practice the ways. She never told her mama them about it. So I think in this part of the dream, I almost busted her cover. Her sister was saying something, and I said, well, you could have an expansion of consciousness. I said, meditation, this and that. I said, but I'm going to tell you what's going to really expand your consciousness. Eat you some mushrooms. She said, I can already think everything you saying without that. I could use my mind to do that. I said, no, not the way psychedelics do it. And I winded up in the room I think of my house, and somebody was in there. I think it was a technician. He was fixing, I think, Thai TV or looking at it, and I'm looking at the back of his shirt, and I'm thinking, damn, I gotta get logos, right? And so I was talking about something. Then I see on the back of his shirt, this man got Mario Brothers. He got the mushrooms all on the back of his shirt, and they on the front. So I'm like, damn. He said, yeah, I own the copyrights to this. He said, I own the images to this. He said, I own everything you see on this shirt. He had on a black polo shirt. I'll never forget it. He had on some khaki pants. He looked like he was working, but he said that's his shirt. That's his logo. Everything on his shirt, you can't steal it because he thought of it. I'm saying to myself, damn, because the way he had the mushrooms, it looked like the mushrooms was oozing. Like, it was like, the way he had them, it looked like they was a oozing gusher candy. That's the only way I could describe the dream. And I'm saying to myself, why in the hell am I dreaming this crazy stuff? I'm literally dreaming, telling the girl, no, you can expand your awareness of consciousness with microdosing, just taking. She said, I could think with my mind and I could feel like her ego. And I said, it'll help you let go of that ego. And her sister winked her eye at me. And I could remember looking at her mama. I could feel their energy. See, that's what I go off in dreams. Her mama energy was like, she a Christian. She don't want to change her ways. And I think they daddy, he was a Christian too. That was one of the trippiest dreams. I was like, damn. I was like, I haven't dreamed in a long time. I have to tell myself if I want to dream, because if I don't want to dream and I just want to have a silent sleep, even though I may have dreams, everybody still have dreams. But what I mean by that, the remembrance of the dream, that's why I said you could turn your dream off the same way you turn your TV off and on, in the same way you change the channel of the TV. You're doing it with your dreams. But what messed my head up, when I flew past that dog, right? The dog looked at me, and I grabbed the tree, right, to hold me back, right? I felt if I'd have kept flying, right, I would have died. I would have hit a wire in that dream. I was gonna hit a big ass electrical wire, and it was like a premonition. Like, nah, don't go no further. Don't keep flying. It was like a hurricane or something was coming. And it's crazy because in this part of the dream, I'm on Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. And it's very rare that I usually have dreams when I'm in the area. Most of my dreams are like I'm in a whole nother planet. But this particular part of this dream right here with me flying out of Peru, I left Peru. It could have still been Peru, but I tell you what, it looked like Fort Lauderdale. And the dog kept looking at me like the dog was there to warn me. Because as I'm flying forward, the dog is walking forward. So we like, how you walk past one person and y'all exchange looks. The dog knew who I was. Like, the dog, I ain't had nothing to explain to the dog. The dog knew who I was. And I think that dog was a warning, like, you got to slow down flying, man, because they gonna get you. The electrical wire gonna kill you. So I woke up out that dream, and I think it's still pieces of that dream. Like, it's lingering in me. wow, that was weird. Yep, and I flew around in the neighborhood. That's when I flew past that street. And I had to duck wires. In my dream, I literally had to know how to fly. Like it was a gift. Everybody couldn't do it. I was like, wow. I like them kind of dreams. I sure do. I felt like I was flying in that dream. I was. When I turned into that 2D dimensional, that high from that hippo, and then I see all these artric eggs on the building. Wherever I lived, it was ancient. Then I see the man in the middle. He jumped on the car, but before he jumped on the car, I could have sworn he was outside like jump roping. It looked like when I looked out and looked at him, when I was flying over, he was jump roping. Then when he realized who I was, he jumped on top of the car to get a better look at me. That's how I was able to tell what he had on. And he had a cross tattooed in the middle of his chest. He was filled up with tattoos, but what stayed in my mind that I brought out that dream, how he had a big ass cross in the middle of his chest, a tattoo. He had other tattoos, but I realized that he was very athletic. He had on them Adidas shoes. It had the main color of the shoe was black. And Adidas, the 3 lines was gray. The word Adidas was gray. Gray and black and gray Adidas shoes. He had on some black gym shorts. And that's how my dreams are. They be so vivid. I could look at it like the hypno. I'm looking at the hairs on this hypno. I'm looking at the teeth. I'm looking at the tongue. I'm looking at the nose. I'm looking at the eyes. And I shapeshift into a 2-dimensional being and flew right past that damn hippo. And the hippo couldn't, I guess, really see me. And is there anything else that I would like to say? Because I know this is going to take a while to upload, but I'm going to upload it. I'm maybe not going to post it right now, but it's definitely going to get uploaded because it's worthy of being shared. Ew. Is there anything else I would like to say? Oh, that was a spectacular dream because how I was able to go in that dream and see the man working on the TV, right? Looking at it, he said, I see all these mushrooms on the back of his shirt. I don't know where he come from. He like, oh, everything on here is copyrighted. These are my logos. They cannot steal them from me. These are copyrighted. I don't know who may need to hear this. I know it's for me too. But I'm sharing it with y'all. These are my logos. These are copyrighted. They can't take it. I'm out. Peace.